Welcome back to the final installment of VGJ.Storm versus Immortals. This is going to be a stonker. Yep, that's right, a stonker. This is StarLadder, I-League Invitational, NA Qualifiers. And we have a bounty hunter to open things up from Immortals, and this is another Febby hero. We saw him last game completely owning on that Wisp. He made some incredible rotations, just getting so much value out of that hero, and again, we're going to see him on the bounty hunter. So hide your kids, hide your career. Febby's going to be coming for him. VGJ.Storm. How do they open for that? Well, we have the Omni Knight being banned out, not taking their chances with a Wisp this time, even though they do like to play that hero themselves, but Immortals did have the first pick. Both of these teams very much value that Wisp, and we have an Ancient Apparition and a Death Prophet to start off with VGJ.Storm. So, great start to the game, actually. Great start to the draft. VGJ. The only thing that's screaming at me now is lack of lockdown, but they're two heroes and they got plenty of time to make up for that. But what you do have is an Ancient Apparition Blast, combine that with an Exorcism, and they have some very strong piling potential in the right scenarios. This is one of those games where they're going to need to find the setup for their fights, like fights which just happen off the drop of a hat, like we saw a lot of last game where you got a Wisp just jumping on you and all of a sudden a tiny blinking Chronosphere. AA and Death Prophet won't be too good in that situation. But when it comes to longer fights where they can actually plan and where they can get the initiation, then things are going to get pretty gruesome for Immortals pretty quickly, just with these two heroes alone.
Radiant team back.
Oh! Tier 1 pick Terrorblade for Immortals. First stage pick Terrorblade. This is unusual. This is very unusual. Usually we always see that Terrorblade in the second picking phase. The team in the first picking phase is very confident.
10 seconds remaining.
Not to say I don't like it. I do like it. I think the hero is actually strong enough to be picked up. The only problem is that you've given your safe lane away. On the bright side, Immortals now have two bans where they can just ban out Terrorblade counters and not really be too worried about, well, I mean, they can't get the Terrorblade taken off them because guess what? They already have it. So, ban out from VGJ. What are they going to get rid of? I mean, well, I can guess the Immortals. They're gonna get rid of the Batrider, because Terrorblade doesn't really lane too well against the Batrider. There's a Tinker gotten rid of from VGJ. I like that ban actually. The Tinker ban is very sensible. You did not want to play against Tinker and Bounty Hunter. That stuff is just annoying. And the tiny band out from Immortals, I also like that as well. That's
5 seconds remaining.
Not so much respect for that, just like Tiny is an annoying hero to play against as Terrorblade. You know, you've got that burst potential to keep them locked down and blow them up really quickly. So that's always useful versus a Terrorblade before you can get that Sunder off. Also good versus the Bounty Hunter as well. Just the ability to blow someone up very quickly often helps with these changing either invis or moves which keep you alive. So VGJ, they've got to start thinking about lockdown for sure. The Roshan is pretty safe with the Death Prophet. I mean, as long as they get a carry which hit things, they'll be able to take Roshan. Same with Immortals, really. They've got the push covered with the Terrorblade, and therefore Roshan a little bit slower, but they will be doable quite quickly for them if they get this Terrorblade online. And there goes the Elder Titan for VGJ.Storm, and I like that hero a lot. These are a bunch of heroes which can come together and can basically hit you very hard. So you've got that aura coming out from the Elder Titan, the naturalization, and that is very useful for getting rid of the magic resistance. Works extremely well with Ancient Apparition, and combo that up with the Ice Vortex, and I mean your Crypt Swarm's going to be doing a lot of damage, but I have a feeling we may well be seeing some high magic damage hero coming out from VGJ. Possibly. I think it'd be a bit too much to go for a Pugna. They could go for the Pugna.
Radiant team pickup.
Witch Doctor.
Pugna pickup could very much work for VGJ.Storm here. A core Pugna to throw out those blasts, nether blasts. That's an option.
10 seconds remaining.
Who else could work?
5 seconds remaining.
Oh well, Immortals. Possibly for VGJ actually, they might well consider picking up that that Bat Rider. Bat does often work quite well versus the Terrorblade. Can do very well versus the Bounty Hunter as well. Just a hero which can run people down. But VGJ, they're certainly thinking about this one. I mean, they've got two options now. They can either go for that early game push and poke something like Pugna, or they can kind of go for a little bit more of a momentum game and just try and hit their timings a little bit better than Immortals if they decide to go for a more traditional carry. Maybe something like a Lifesteal that could work for them, though they don't have the initiation right now. I bet if they picked... No, Sand King was first banned up that first game, unsurprisingly. Snaking Sand King is not something you want to you want to come against. What else could they be? I mean, they're taking their time with this and they're really burning down the clock, and you don't really want to leave yourself with not much picking time on your last pick. That much is certain. They're getting down into the single digits on the pick, so clearly I know nothing. Come on, guys. Come on, we're getting sweaty here. Okay, they're going to pick up the Dragon Knight. That seems like a sensible pick to me. Leaves things still pretty open-ended. There's many ways they could take this. Their final core is really going to decide things. This could be a Dragon Knight in the safe lane and Death Prophet mid. And Immortals are going to take the bat for themselves. I had a feeling we'll be seeing that guy today. And yeah, the bat is actually really good versus the DK if you can get that lane versus him. Because obviously DK, he's got the Dragon's Blood, which gives him health regen, but gives him no magic resistance. It only gives him armor. So Bat Rider can be a real problem for DK. And DK is also someone with really no way to get out of a team fight.
5 seconds
And a very kind of just generally slow guy who can get run down by Bat Rider very, very easily. His Breathe Fire does nothing. He'll have to get an early Storm in Dragon Tail, and even then he's going to struggle to flat. It's just a bad lane. And Immortals will be trying to get this Bat Rider versus the DK, I reckon. Oh, there goes your Shadow Fiend, banned out by VGJ.
10 seconds remaining.
So again, alright, so the different aspects of those we're looking. Push. VGJ.Storm have that covered. They've got a DK and a Death Prophet. That is a lot of push. Immortals, they've got the Terrorblade. I imagine we'll see another core for probably their mid lane coming out next, and so we do see that Shadow Fiend being banned. So that should give them a little bit more push. Roshan, as a same thing again. Immortals, they need to get a right-clicky mid to help them out with Roshan if they want to do that. That way they can always get an early medallion on the Bounty Hunter and then find themselves a Roshan. Ooh, Morphling ban. Like that. Morphling's fantastic at stealing Bat Rider and just turning into him and chasing you down. Bat Rider, well, his ultimate's good, but he also does a lot in the right situations with his other moves.
10 seconds remaining.
He's not one of these ulti-reliant heroes.
5 seconds remaining.
What's Morphling like when he steals Terrible? Gets the Metamorphosis damage. I imagine that's pretty insane as well. Can't say I've seen it. Has to be said. Final pick for Immortals. Could be the final pick overall if the Viper. The Viper comes out now. This is a strong pick versus the Dragon Knight. Being able to disable that passive, very important. Also good versus the Elder Titan. I mean, if an Elder Titan jumps in on your face, just throwing out that disable on him is quite useful. To stop his natural order coming through. Can be disastrous. And there comes the Lifestealer from VGJ.Storm. I'm good. I called it. You are Lifestealer. There it is. So he's your nice aggressive hero. Get up in their faces. Take the fight to them. VGJ.Storm. They need to have a good laning phase. That's what I'm looking at right now. They're going to need to find the farm onto their Lifestealer and at least the Dragon Knight or the Death Prophet. I imagine one of these guys is probably going to get sacked. Lifestealer versus Bat Rider is quite a good lane, I think. They're going to want to lane the Bat Rider versus the DK. They're going to want to lane the Viper versus the Lifestealer, I guess, but that's not really going to work out for them because the Death Prophet's going to be mid, and the Viper will have to go mid versus that Death Prophet. You can't put the Bat Rider mid. Have to be pretty much Yeah, you don't get your Batrider versus DK lane. I don't know. We'll see how they lane it. They could always put the supports for the Batrider, bring them into the safe. Oh, it's going to be very interesting lane phase. I'm looking forward seeing how this one goes. Well. Ooh, level 2 Dragon Knight. Cute. Wonder if we're going to see some hero lines. I haven't seen that yet. I'm looking forward to seeing some of those in my games. So here we go. VGJ.Storm versus Immortals, the final game in this 3-match series. It's going to be the StarLadder. Who's going to stay in? The winner of this game, of course, has to fight the likes of either Blue Pikachu or Complexity. I think the money's on Complexity for that one. So hopefully both teams are prepared for that. But right now they've got a much more urgent hurdle to jump over. And I'm pretty sure both teams are going to be raring for this one. I know both teams have been training hard recently. And here we go. They're actually coming straight into each other as MSS is found by Velo. And he's going to throw down that sticky napalm. Now MSS trying to get away from this one. And with Snaking coming in on the side, that's even going to force them to back off a little bit. Just asserting dominance here from Immortals. I think they did use the smoke for that as well. Look at this. Really trying to zone them out here. Now we have the rest of VGJ actually coming in here. Oh no, Febby's chasing down. Man, Febby is deep. What wards have we got coming down? Well, they managed to get this Dire ward down up here. They got that. I think they got that quite early, just in case a fight broke out. That vision would be super helpful for them. Now Immortals are actually rotating everybody bottom and leaving that rune. Okay.
The battle
They
begins.
VGJ don't know about this, so they're gonna assume that the rune's been taken, right? Please don't. Oh god, FSS is gonna pick it up. He can't believe it. He's just like, wait, what? Guys, I found a rune. So, all in all, you got 2 runes apiece though, because they were forced off this bottom rune as well. But yeah, that was really weird by Immortals. There, they kind of pushed away, went very aggressive onto VGJ, and then went, haha, we've asserted our dominance. We've taken the rune, and then we're going to run away from the rune. We don't want it anymore. The ultimate bamboozle. They weren't expecting that, were they? So, middle lane, we have the Viper versus the Death Prophet. Now, this is, I would say, a Viper-favoured lane just because of Corrosive Skin stopping this Crypt Swarm harass and also the Spirit Siphon as well. Not that effective versus the Viper. And with the Poison, I really do think that the Death Prophet may start to struggle. Down at bottom, SVG on the Ancient Apparition. Solo versus Velo and Febby, obviously. No, they're just swapping around. They're gonna move this Lifestealer bottom. As I said before, the DK cannot lane versus the Batrider, so they're going to be trying to get this lifesteal against the Batrider as much as possible. And MSS and Snaking doing a lot of damage to the Terrorblade and just zoning him out of the lane there. And just taking some hits from the tower, but it's worth it. Gotta get that harass. Always gotta get the harass. So Lifestealer making a long walk, you are. Gonna burn some calories going down here. Actually gonna come across Febby as well, and maybe gonna block him? Yeah. Febby is literally treating Yoa like a creep. God, what a guy. Anyway, Velo's farming up. He's found himself with a ridiculously free lane so far, but up at top, maybe that's not the case for MP, as Snaking is really getting his aggression on. Now, because the Lifestealer made that very long walk across the map, and all the stun may actually mean... Nope, Febby still got it. That sucks. Febby is doing a lot of work here. Not surprising. A Febby Bounty Hunter is something to be feared. So, they rotate the Lifestealer down to bottom, and let's guess what, they're going to TP, but now that means they have this advantage. This long walk was worth it, because it means that Yoa is going to be able to TP up the top, DK is going to TP down to bottom, and then they'll have the lane up they wanted, and you can't walk across the lanes at this stage anymore. So, a long walk will be worth it. And they're actually going on to MP here. This could be dangerous as Velo's coming in because he's just made a trip round to the little lane, but the sleep comes through on all three. And MSS, Snaking. I'm not sure you want to try and make that TP, buddy, as he does get taken out. It's the Flames, it's the Metamorphosis, and it's a bit of Dubu action in there as well. That was an incredibly brave TP. Now in the bottom lane, Yoa does find himself a bit of space though. You know, that long walk now finds himself with a free lane. Well, I mean, Febby's here, but the bounty hunter. Things are okay. Meanwhile, mid, Royoyo's dropping very low, but they both go down. Tomato is the first one to drop, which means that, Royoyo's going to get that little bit of XP advantage there. And we'll see Royoyo on 4.5, and, yeah, just a little bit lower, on Tomato, but the gold going to, Tomato, so, hey, you know, and I could have guessed that could have happened. The poison and the spirit siphon and all that good stuff. Ripping through on both of them. Look at these guys. They're just taking chunks out of each other. They're going hard. Meanwhile, up at the top lane, we do have a bit of a rumble in the jungle as Dubu's getting himself out of there. Velo looking to fly up the cliff line and snaking. Are you going to be okay here? He throws out that stun, but there is a Maledict there. They might turn around and try and get a kill onto Dubu here. They might be able to bring him down, but I think Snaking's breathing his last breath as he does die to the flames of the Malediction. Now MSS, he's a pretty fast guy. He's got plenty of Astral Titan buffs, and Velo, this is kind of painful, but now that buff runs out and MSS will have to get himself away. Quite quickly, there is no shrine available for 46 seconds. MSS looking for the safety of the tower. Velo is not looking to give up anytime soon. He actually pops the salve. 2 hits will be needed, but they see Snaking there, and Velo thinks better off it. Still trying to catch him, though. He does get that side. Look at this guy! He's not giving up! Velo! He's really going hard for this kill. Can he find it, though? Yes, he can. One more right click. What a player. What an absolute player. Not giving up. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're making a play on Tomato here. They have got that Malediction down on him. And with the Spirit Siphon, it's doing a good job of keeping him alive. But the Maledict will top through in the end. Or the poisons from Warrior. Yeah, either or. It does go down. Now, bottom lane, we have Febby dropping as well. Every single lane, we got kill after kill after kill. And Yawa finding himself something there. So, what fight recap? Okay, we're going to show us mid, whatever. You do your thing, fight recap. Let's just spin the wheel. Oh, this is really nice actually. They've got the cold feet and the stomp off onto MP here, and this may well result in a kill. No, the reflection of the wand gonna help the Terrorblade escape certain death. Not so certain death, I guess you would call that. Complete misuse of the word certain. Snaking, being chased down by Velo here. These sticky napalm stacks aren't going to run out anytime soon, but Velo, he doesn't want to really be tanking the tower up too much, and Snaking will salve up, so no kills for Velo. Not again. You don't get away with that one twice, although keeping those sticky napalm stacks up. And yeah, this is a lane they didn't want. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't try and switch this one up, but I guess Snaking's been having an okay time and running forwards onto Velo here, but he doesn't have the damage to take him down. Meanwhile, at mid, Febby is waiting. Dubu's coming in as well. Can they have enough damage to take down Tomato? I'm pretty sure they can. With the poison, with the malediction, Tomato hits the deck. And, ooh, a lovely regeneration rune for Dubu. No, they're not even good. Surely they give this to Dubu, right? Nope, Dubu's going to go back to base. That is one committed support. They're going to give it to the Batrider. That is so committed. Every single... I don't know. I would have taken it. But then again, I am a filthy pleb, so... valued. I mean, this is so good though. Like, Velo can just go crazy onto Snaking now. Yeah, look at it. He's just going to pop the Firefly here. Hey, buddy. Do what you must. I'm just going to regen. You know, you use your mana on me. I'll use your mana on you. And then I'll heal back up afterwards. But middle lane, they're going on Tomato again. But MSS is here to save the day. Throws down that stun onto Royoya. So, looking at them last hits. Oh. Yep, looking at them last hits. And the kill at bottom, which I totally meant to get there. That was lucky. He's not about to pop, actually. You're very much mistaken there, Mr. Witch Doctor. Mr. Doctor, sir! So you are. He's going to sell some power treads. He's doing well for himself. He's the leader of the last hits chart. I'm sure he's leader of net worth as well, thanks to the couple of kills he's gotten up here. So, I mean, not the lane they wanted, but as long as Lassie's having a nice time, all is well. All is good in the hood. And, I'll continue to farm down here. I say that actually, Immortals are rotating in a few heroes and there is no support nearby. Yawa, he's got 7 charges on that wand and that might be a saving grace. In fact, I mean, Dubu's just playing very patiently. Maybe they're waiting for the play onto MP. Being very patient with his clarity usage. MSS TPing top here. You know, look for something. I feel like it'd be risky to play for Velo here. SVG comes in, yeah. Velo's just going to get himself up the cliff, so... oh no, don't go for the rune, Velo. Don't go for the rune, good man. Very, very patient. Is it actually enough to save him, though? Is he going to die anyway? Yes, the answer is yes, he is gonna die anyway. Cold feet, he's dead. Bottom lane. MP, you are fighting it up. These guys taking chunks out, but Febby is nearby, so he's going to throw a bit of damage onto the Lycia as well. Lycia does have Infest if he needs it. Look at it. Febby's just attacking him. He's doing about as much damage to the creep. And Yua's just, okay, I'll use it. Fine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, in the middle lane, Ryoya is doing a bit of damage to this mid lane tower. Who's coming off better in the middle lane? It is actually Ryoya. We'll look at the net worth. In fact, we might even keep it over at the net worth. Go for a nice early switch. Make up for the late switch from yesterday. I mean, that didn't happen. Oh, top lane! They found the Dragon Knight and they found SVG. They have tried to dive the Batrider and it has in no stretch of the imagination paid off. Whew. Bello. Finding the kills. Finding the value in his pick. On the middle lane, Tomato, well, he's immediately slowed up, so that is not going to be a very long Spirit Siphon, and still 2 Giants available, so he's alright. You just want to keep that constantly ticking over, like, if you've got a charge available, if you've got max charges, then it's pretty value to just use it. We have a smoke from Immortals, looking to take this game into their hands. They have not got Lasso. Oh, I see, that's what happened at the Keltar. Are they going to go for Tomato? Or more importantly, how are they going to go to Tomato? Well, they're just going to run at him. And with the ultimate from Ryoya, I think this is pretty much a kill here. SVG coming very far forwards here, but we're snaking, backing him up, and MSS snaking around. They get the return kill onto the Witch Doctor, so some sort of value gain from the death of their mid. Obviously, still a loss for VGJ.Storm, but managing to find a return kill in any stretch is a good thing for them. You know, it's nicely done. And all the while, they have also found the Batrider. Batrider does not have a flame Firefly available. They ulti, it is going to hit and finish him off. No deny to the Ancients for you. And now Dragon Knight, he finds himself alone and his partner is TP'd out of this one, snaking, just trying to stay alive here, but the Malediction's picking through on him. Tomato pops the ultimate. It's time to go. He's trying to TP up, but he's cold feeted up, so he does get cancelled. And they can't quite find Ryoya here, actually. Snaking. Oh, Snaking actually died in... no, Snaking died up there, sorry, to the Malediction. Oh yeah, they do find the Viper. Middle lane is go time, Velo. He's got the Flaming Lasso available. We'll actually use it, but these ghosts are going to come back very shortly, so they need to kill her now or never. Oh my god. Yep, never mind, the ghost actually did the job. The ghost did the job. The SVG may be the first track kill of the game. Yes, it will. The return kill onto Febby will be there. It's not worth because of the track, but at least they get the return kill. So again, VGJ making the most out of bad situations, I feel, right now. Also able to create some good situations for themselves. It's been a wild game. It's been a wild game. We are sitting at 11 kills, 22 minutes. It's 2 kills per minute. That's how we do in NA. When these, you know, NA can be a very tactical and considered gameplay, but when the gloves come off, boy do they come off. They're taking chunks out of each other. And on we go to bottom lane. Yawar doing very well for himself, and up in the top of the net worth. MP, he's going to have Minimostas available soon, but it's quite interesting these 2 carries have just been left to slug it out, and I think, yeah, I mean, Terrorblade loses that pretty much every time. Lifestealer is quite good at 1v1s. He's actually going for the Radiance build, which I really dig, but there's a fight going on in the middle lane as they have called out Ryoya, and with the Splitter coming through, gotta finish him off. So Immortals actually choosing to bail out of that fight pretty quickly there. They don't have their lasso, and they don't really like fighting without their lasso, but I'm betting they're going to be going for some pickoffs soon with track lasso and all that other good stuff coming out. Going on to middle lane here. I'm sure they're going to find this tower. They don't need the exorcism. And yep, they take it down. Snaking going with that one, and I said it before, their early game push is absolutely mad. Like with its early point in exorcism, and the Elder Dragon form, of course, really strong at pushing towers. It's every time you lose a hero, every time you lose like an engagement, you're probably going to find yourself without an objective or two. Commentator going to find MP here. Stomp will be cancelled actually by Febby. Nicely done. MP gonna find himself a new lease of life here. Throws down the Metamorphosis, trying to kill SVG. Oh my god, it actually uses a Sunder onto Febby. There was that. And SVG is gonna drop, and is MP in return. MSS, well, he's certainly dead to that. As Yawa going on to Dubu here, but Dubu's just gonna TP out of this one. Febby. Actually looking, he's hunting. So that Sunder was used on his bounty hunter, right? I think it was meant to be used on the last. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that looked like it was used on in the heat of the moment. It was used onto his bounty hunter. Really, bounty could just go invisible, but it was really low health. It could have been good to use on a team on an enemy. Himself a kill or two. And I'm fairly sure it pisses spell immunity. Yeah, so it can go through rage. I don't know. Something happened. A thing happened. Let's just move on. Snaking. Sneaky, sneaky, snaking. Not quite a snake, but actually a dragon. Got himself some jumps, he's got himself some power treads, and he's going for that Blink Dagger next. So needing that initiation. They do need it. I mean, you can't rely on an Elder Titan for initiation. Astral is just not an initiating spell, unfortunately. It's if your opponents are able to get caught out by the Astral running into your whole team and going, oh, thump, then you've probably got some issues. You know, it's... So there we go, Yawar picks up his Sacred Relic, going for the Radiance next, and Febby's just watching the whole thing, kind of sitting back and going, I see, he's farming. Team, what can we do about this? Doesn't want to throw out the track and give it away that he's being stalked, but at the same time, really uncomfortable with how much the Lifestealer is farming, but at least he's giving this team the information, which is very important. And they're just going to hang around at mid. I like this a lot. They're kind of seeing what VGJ are actually doing here, and they're going to see that they're all top. They're going to assume there's not a Radiant scan on top of. Okay, just seeing if there's someone in the trees, I guess. And it doesn't look like they're going to go for the Lifestealer. Lifestealer will meet up with this team, and they're just going to let the tier 2. Okay, well they take a tier 1 at mid and take a tier 1 at bottom for a tier 2 at top. I think that's okay for Immortals here. And here we go, actually they jump straight onto the death point with a stun in return to this Batrider. Velo is dropping really, really low, but so is Tomato, and with that Maledict he is going to tick him through. Now Dragon Knight getting very low as well. Royaya throws out that poison, is able to take him down. VGJ back it out of this one as quickly as they can. Febby, he could get the TP cancel if he is close enough, but thanks to the nighttime vision, Lifestealer makes the great escape. Ooh, he didn't even rage for that one. The Madman. Naked TPs, that's just what we do. No fear in the world. SVG will hit back on out. Well, losing 2 heroes in the top lane, Immortals will certainly be happy with that one. Not sure those were track kills. But yeah, I think they got it on the DK, but not quite on the Death Prophet. And once again, Febby, they see him. Oh yeah, that was a sentry at mid, and Febby just gets taken out. That's a risk. That is the risk. So yeah, the sentry here, I mean, what was that range there? Like, yes, they would have just seen him walking up to them. Daytime, it's unfortunate, but that's the risk of playing Bounty Hunter. So. Snaking, yeah, we've seen him queuing up this Blink Dagger for a while there. And I quite like it. I like it as a choice, the ability to jump forward and initiate for his team. Can be very, very strong. And they need it quite badly. Also sets up well for the Ancient Apparition. You know, 4-second stun is more than enough time for an Ice Blast to come through as long as he's close enough. Now, Immortals, what are they going to do with this game? They're the ones with the Terrorblade in their hands this time. They're the ones who are going to be wanting to maybe look to extend the game a little bit, help their Terrorblade hit that critical mass. Lifestealer, he's going to break out, and they immediately drop everything onto him and thoroughly punishing. Oh, look at that Ice Blast, though. Oh, the S-Spinner nearly lands from MSS. Imagine if that had gone through. That could have been dreamy. And MSS will die. The long-range damage, it's a little bit too much. Thankfully, everybody survives on Immortals. I was nearly close to one crazy-ass play, but... Can you imagine if that Echo had gone through? That would... The Air Splitter, sorry. Just cutting through here and catching all of them. That would have murdered them all. That would have been violent. Well, Snaking gonna finally finish off this tower and try and TP out of this one, and will be successful in doing so. Vipers don't have cancels. Velo finds himself an Invis rune. I wonder if that'll come into play later on. I mean, runes are a very difficult thing to make work for your team. A lot of the time, if you try and take too much advantage out of the rune, you end up playing in a position or in a situation which isn't actually desirable in terms of what your team's item timings are and such, so you generally want to play around your item timings or objectives or punishing overextensions or whatever. Or smokes, as we see here, as Febby pops it, he takes the fall. That's going to be fine though. He saves his Terrorblade, or does he? Yeah, Terrorblade TPing out immediately. Yeah, that's entirely worth it. Like, if a bounty hunter dies in that situation where you've popped a smoke, and B, you've saved your Terrorblade from dying, you should want to die every time to that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So Velo now using this Invis rune. Now I don't think this is one of the situations where we're forcing them into awkward position, because they did want to push this anyway once they revealed that smoke. And now you've got that bottle, you can just be like, hey, hell yeah. Pop yourself an Invis rune and you've got some great scouting going on. And especially on your Batrider as well. He can see it all. Jumping forwards, actually able to catch out that Elder Titan, and with the Death Ward once again just using the ultimates. Immortals playing around their cooldown so well, and VGJ.Storm getting caught out. I mean, it was only a 4 and it's 2 big ultimates for a 4. In a sense, that's kind of okay-ish, but not when you play against a Terrorblade. And VGJ.Storm, they have a very aggressive lineup. And, you know, they are hitting their critical mass very soon, and they're going to be one of the pushing. And every single pick-off which Immortals gets, it weakens VGJ.Storm and strengthens the Immortals. Jumping up here, can they find Dubu in the tree line? Yes, they can. That was a brave TP, Mr. Dubu, and he will get punished for it in the end. Velo hanging it out, but they don't want to do anything without Flaming Lasso. Like, if there's one thing Immortals have been screaming at us, it's that they're only going to play around their cooldowns. I'm talking about the Lasso, I'm talking about the Death Ward to an extent. But mostly Lasso. They got the Blink 4-star. Velo actually had a really decent start to this game. He got a bunch of kills in his lane. It was a violent lane, which is exactly what the Batriders thrive in. He was having a great time. Setting things on fire, riding his bat, you know, whatever Batriders do. Eating fruit. It's the bat that eats fruit, but... So, are we going to have an Infest Bomb? No, we're not, because it's 23 seconds on cooldown. Although having the exact same thoughts as we were there. But yeah, so one thing about the Lifesteal is that they really have no Nakes Bomb potential. But now they've got this Blink Dagger on the Dragon Knight, they do. And interestingly, I mean, this is going to be much later on in the game. Probably won't even come into command, because I actually hate talking about level 25 talents. They almost never happen. But Excellent grants haste, Lifestealer Bomb, hello. Smoke in the middle lane. Immortals. Hey, guess what, guys? They've got the Lasso. This is their time to fight. But I think VGJ.Storm, what they've done is they've seen the last Lasso, and they've just been waiting. They've just been watching that cooldown. Now that they know it's coming, they're grouping up as 5, and they're going to bait. They're going to bait. MSS throwing out the Astral Spirit. And Immortals may even be wise to this. I mean, they see that there's no one here, so they must assume that VGJ.Storm are doing the exact same thing. They could be roshing, I think. What is the vision like on both teams? I mean, the Dire have two incredibly aggressive wards. My god. Look at these guys. They're looking for these deep lasso kills, because that is where you're going to find heroes out on their own. So, yeah, look at this smart circling. Smart circling, that's what we're about. By MP there. Seeing all these VGJ.Storm members in the jungle, assuming they're going to be there, ready to pounce. Yeah. An angry lion. VGJ.Storm lying in wait. They want to make something happen, but Immortals are just... It's just a Mexican standoff right now. I feel like there's about to be this explosive team fight. Velo, on his own. The lone Batrider. And how quickly is his Roche going to fall down? I think the answer is quite quickly. Where's Lifestealer? Oh, he's still in his dragon. Okay. Well, I could really use that medallion right now. That's all I'm saying. Freeze up Roche. Velo comes in. Tracks are being thrown out as well. Now they drag back the Elder Titan, but Tomato, he's got his eyes on the prize. He is not looking to fight this. As he takes out Aegis, and they are able to split off this team fight. In fact, they're even going for Febby here. They may well get this kill. They have the sight available. They will bring him down. Meanwhile, Tomato just healing up. Oh my god, they've actually managed to take a tier 3 in the meantime. Well, whilst VGJ.Storm were distracted by the Roshan, the Terrorblade went to town. Metamorphosis, Sanjanyasha, Hurricane Pike, he went for it, and he took himself a tier 3. This is, I mean, They can take some shrines. That could be really nice for them. More importantly, that's bottom racks exposed. I mean, we've already talked about these deep wards down here. These wards just became even more valuable because if there's no tower to run back to, Batrider can chase you. They can all chase you. The Viper can chase you. This is so sick. That is such an important tower kill to get. And Ryoya will just find Lifestealer here. And he's got himself a haste rune. And Lifestealer's like, oh. Actually gets out of the creep immediately. I'm not sure you wanted to do that, you are. But in comes the Rage. Now Dubu with the excellent positioning on the Death Ward, getting so much value out of that, will finally get cancelled as Yawar and Ryoya facing it up, but they're both going to drop as the AA Blast comes through. Now Batrider trying to find the kill onto Snaking. I'm sure he will die to the Malediction, but Batrider is going to die himself and Snaking. He dies a happy death knowing that he took someone down with him. But that is a 2 for 2, and that is your mid and your off laner for your safe laner and your off laner, so... yeah, a little bit better for Immortals, in fact, and you got to take into account... ooh, Dubu. That was brave. He has a Yules, you know. Playing with fire there, Mr. Dubu. Sleep in the middle lane onto the Bounty Hunter. They do have the side to deal with this guy, so Febby drops again. Alright, let's take a minute. Let's take a breather. It's something we really haven't had this game. The double the kills per minute, still going pretty strong. Things are in Immortals ballpark right here. And they have the Terrorblades, so they're going to be pretty content with the way this game is going. VGJ.Storm are going to be... they have the Aegis though, so... does a Aegis make up a 3k gold advantage? With the heroes that VGJ.Storm have, I think yes. With the Aegis on the Death Prophet, unfortunately Tomato was forced into taking it. I don't think that would have been their choice previously, because Death Prophet isn't actually a fantastic Aegis carrier. She pops Exorcism, she runs around a team fight, she throws out some Exorcisms and some Spirit Siphons and has a great time. If she dies, she doesn't have that Exorcism anymore, so that is a large part of her teamfight contribution gone. It's not ideal. If you can get it on your Lifestealer, that is much better. On your DK, I'd rather have on the Prophet still, but there you go. So, Ryoya. He's actually... alright, he's got this random Glove of Haste. Oh, he's working towards the Mjolnir. Okay, so he's got the Maelstrom coming out to him. Maelstrom is actually such a sick item. But oh, they found Febby again. How many times are they going to kill Febby this game? The answer is 7 so far, but it could be way more in the future. They're actually dying that much less than the Prophet and the DK though. And that's Track as well. Oh, we actually have a fight going down as they're trying to drop Velo here. And with his Spirit Siphon as well, Velo can't catch a break, running into more and more heroes and is taken out. The rest of his team are going to get out of here though. They do take down the Batrider though. It's pretty nice. Nice kill to find. And up at top, Terrorblade's found himself a Hyperstone. Oh yeah, sorry, I wanted to talk about the Viper a little bit earlier. Maelstrom is really nice because another Toxin gives you a magic resistance reduction of 25, so there you go, that's nice. Just felt I needed to point that one out. Seems like an odd item to build on Viper, but once you know that, it's makes a lot more sense to a lot of people, just in case you didn't know that already. Well, another tier 2 goes down. VGJ.Storm, they're actually managing to pull this advantage back towards them right now. And we look at that net worth chart, and we will see the swing back towards their favour, which is going to come a little bit more so the next tick of that. So this Lifestealer Radiance is really doing quite well for them, managing to keep track of the keep up with the Terrorblade, who's been having a pretty nice game so far. I mean, like I say, VGJ.Storm need to think about ending this one. I think that starts with Roshan, but Roshan's not up for a very long time. So in the meantime, they're going to look for pickoffs. I mean, ooh, BKB up on the Death Prophet. She means business. DK, where are you at with yours? Yep, he's going for one as well. And he is very close. Okay, this could be some big timings for VGJ.Storm. Once you have those dual BKBs up, you want to fight Immortals. If they're looking to smoke here, this could be very dangerous for them. If they run into 2 BKBs, they won't be expecting that, and that could be chaotic. Doesn't look like they're actually looking to smoke up though. They were all together as 5, but I think they're just kind of playing a bit defensive. Velo, really, dude? Like, they're playing defensive and Velo just blinks into the entire enemy team. Well, 4 of them are playing defensive and Velo is playing... and Febby. Okay, 3 of them are playing defensive and Febby and Velo are playing Catch the Gang Simulator, and in comes Snaking, popping that BKB. He's got that 10-second, and he wants to show it off all over Febby's face, and he does get destroyed, and now going for more here, but they can't find anybody else. But, I think though everybody else just got out of that one in time. So, that is your 10-second B on your DK gone. Does bring the gold back in their favour and sets them up in a good standing for this Roshan spawn. It's still going to be 2 minutes, but they are pushing this advantage here. Oh, that is going to be dewarded pretty soon. Wonder if Leicester's inside. Yep, he's inside the Black Dragon again. I mean, Radiance and Fire does do work. It's just a bit silly though. I mean, the game designer spent all this time building this amazing lifestealer hero with all these mechanics in data. What you're gonna spend your whole day with Black Dragon with the Radiance. And it's a pretty cool hero though. You got your Fireball, which is pretty sick. Cool. SVG just throwing out those dusts, catching out the bounty hunter. Uh-oh, this is a smoke round from Immortals here, and if they find Snaking before he can get his BKB off, yes they will, they might be able to get this kill in time. Oh my god, he is actually going down very fast. The Ice Blast, well, it's predicted as they back out, and won't get hit by that, and this is exactly what Immortals want to do. They're using this Bat Rotor so effectively just to buy themselves more time in this game and keep the Terrorblade farming, keep them ahead, and that's exactly what's happening. I feel like VGJ.Storm must be feeling the burn. They're going to be feeling the heat on the backs of their necks right now. As once again, we swing back to Immortals' favour, but it's an incredibly close game so far. I mean, let's look at this items coming out. This item display is really bad, I do apologise for that. Well, it's the game's fault, not mine. But we have a... Yeah, I mean, the Terrorblade, he's got his MKB now, so... Not that bothered about the Lifestealer's build so much anymore. He actually never went for the full Solar Crest, which is interesting. Yeah, BKB's out all round, and we're gonna very shortly have the Lotus Orb up on the Elder Titan. That is pretty huge. That's gonna be really good for them, actually. There's so many spells you want to reflect, most notably the Sunder. If you can reflect the Sunder, then you're gonna be happy. And Lifestealer is usually a massive target for a Sunder, because he's always in the middle of a fight hitting things. That's how he stays on high health. And Sunder's all about the high health heroes, so... This guy just flying around, burning creeps. Didn't actually get any of those, but that's life. Sometimes you set everything on fire and don't get any last hits for it. You know, I was finally done with Black Dragon Simulator 2018. MP. He is a backbone of this Immortals team. Everything they do is to make space for him. Middle lane though, they keep popping that BKB, looking for heroes. Immortals just backing out, and that's your 9-second Black King bar just gone down the drain. And yeah, don't forget we had this tier 3 taken earlier on, and MP's just going to send some more illusions out there, continue clearing that out, continue pushing. This ping's coming out of the Roshan pit. Now Roshan is actually on one of the max respawns, I think, because it was like done ages. The counter was done ages ago, but it's still got a minute left. They're hovering around this Roshan pit. VGJ.Storm looking to take something here. They want the Yules. Sorry, they want the Shivas on the Death Prophet. That's going to be really useful for them, actually. It's so good versus the Terrorblade, so good versus the Viper. And also quite useful versus the Batarang, just slowing him, stopping him from getting away with your hero. You know, get back here with my carry sort of thing, that's super useful. But VGJ are the ones looking to take the initiative, and they really do need to. The clock is ticking for them. This Terrorblade is if not already, quite far ahead. And the longer they leave this now, the harder it's going to get for them. And they looked so strong in game 1, VGJ. Honestly, didn't expect this series to go on this long, but Immortals, they're having an amazing showing here. I mean, last game, Febby's Wisp, Tiny. And we're going to have a smoke now. VGJ doing exactly what they need to, but they're not going to come into contact with Immortals. Roshan is spawning in now. Right now, this second. That was magical, wasn't it? And VGJ in the right place. If they can catch Immortals on the retreat here, this could be massive. Whose scan was that? That was a Radiant scan. That was VGJ's scan, which just about missed them. And now... this could be risky, actually. Okay, it's revealed. They see Velo on the high ground. He's got that BKB. Gonna pop it immediately. Snake King pops his own BKB. And the two Bat Riders, or the two flying dragon things, are having a fight. Snake King dragged into the middle of everybody, but he's got a surprise inside him. As the Lifestealer's trying to go to work onto MP, but he can't really find the damage right now. So he's running off, trying to look what else we find. While Ryoya chasing down Tomato, has to use herself up. She's still got these exorcisms flying around. Tomato, how much longer can you survive? But she's surviving such a long time. The life breaks is keeping her alive. Tomato doing work. Takes down so many heroes with her, and now they manage to take down Dubu as well. MP gets asunder onto SVG though. He's back onto full health. I thought he might have used it in all of that, but apparently not. And SVG just waiting in the... oh my god, look at these illusions onto MSS here. MSS can't tank this at all. He's gonna have to get out of here. Jesus. Luckily that one didn't do so much. Ugh. That was a very sweaty situation. So let's see this fight recap, right? We had, and oh god, actually Lifestealer. Okay, he actually killed the. Anyway, Yawar and Terrorblade fighting it up. Terrorblade has Thunder in 2 seconds, but he doesn't need it. He uses a Conjure Image, and he does just kill Yawar. MP, the winner. All right. Oh, I missed the fight recap. I'm sorry, guys. But what do you need it? It's a full team wipe for VGJ.Storm. The illusion must have. I mean, where did the Elder Titan? He died here. Jesus. What happened? The illusion must have just caught up with him. The illusions are pretty fast. The illusions are faster than him, so... Christ. MP with probably the least dramatic team wipe I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, it's been a fantastic game, no doubt. But that was just like, oh, okay, the Elder Titan randomly dies over here. And Lifestealer tries to 1v1 MP and fails to do so and also dies. It's... yeah. Immortals are looking very strong now. It's definitely their game to lose. I think it's going to take a lot for that to happen as they get... oh no, they found the Dragon Knight, the double 4-star. Snake King goes down, and they will get right back where they left off with Roshan. I didn't want to talk about that fight a little bit because it actually looked like it was going okay for VGJ.Storm as they managed to bring everybody around the back here inside the Exorcism, and then the Death Prophet just got all of those Spirit Siphons and the Crypt Wheels running through. Really did manage to turn that fight for VGJ, and it was almost the miracle play as the cheese gets left inside the pit for Velo. Now, it is very much a meal served up tastily on Immortals platter. I mean, with a Terrorblade on your team... That said, I mean, maybe I'm putting too much value on this Terrorblade pick. You still have a Death Prophet, a Lifestealer, and a DK. Now, if all of the three of these heroes get good amounts of farm, which they have okay amounts of farm, they're not good yet, they will definitely pose a significant threat. You know, a Terrorblade can't 1v4, and what's he got on his team? He's got the Viper, and, you know, Bat Rider, he serves a different purpose. He's a disable, he's a lockdown. So Ryoya's hitting hard enough, and he's getting that poison out in the fight, and also getting those disables with another toxin. It's quite good. In fact, it's really good on the Dragon Knight. It's also very, very good on the Lifestealer, but we have mostly seen it in effect versus the DK, just helping that Terrorblade chunk him down. It's very, very useful for just disabling the Dragon's Blood, the extra armor, which can be important versus a Terrorblade. The game is getting on a bit. Let's look at some items. Death Prodigy has found her Shivas. Lincoln Sphere up on the Lifestealer. That's interesting. Meanwhile, we have Aghanims on the Witch Doctor Dubu. Jesus. That's super valuable. I mean, I guess it is actually super valuable this game. The Aghanim's Witch Doctor is, like, pretty sick. Like, VGJ.Storm, whilst they have only a couple of things to cancel it, they're also a team which can't really play that far apart from one another. I guess the AA is not going to be with them a lot of the time, but that is just a barracks going down. That is just a really casual barracks going down. So casual I actually talked over it. Actually very important though. First barracks of the game, and Terrorblade just rips through it. No problems at all. They did. Tomato deny it? Okay, Tomato just denied his own barracks, so there you go. It was actually a clutch, you know, it would have died anyway for sure. MP though, MP's just going for it, dude. The creep's coming in, and send that illusion up on high ground so he doesn't miss, and they take a tier 3 as well. What do you do? Oh my god, this is a brave jump from Snaking, just running into all of them right now, and he's not even caring. Popping that BKB, AA blast to follow it up. Immortals are running. They are really running, and they're going to lose Dubu. Royo, Febby, Velo, MP, all trying to get away. Another Blink Dagger in 3 seconds. They've actually taken so much from this Ice Blast. And Snaking, he's going to find the stun onto the Bounty Hunter here. Febby, he's in the middle of it all. He will get taken out. The Earth Splitter not going to quite land, but it doesn't matter as Royo gets taken around as well. And Immortals just falling apart in a really unexpected way. What was that? Oh, I know what that was. That was so smart. That was Snaking running forwards. Okay, that was Snaking running forwards and being like, I've got a Batrider, I've got a Lifestealer inside me, fear me. Just screaming at them like no one would play that aggressive unless he had a Lifestealer inside him. And he didn't. And it was beautiful. So Snaking just completely debated them. He was just like, yeah. Oh, okay, I understand now. I was like, why are they running away from this Dragon Knight? But they don't know what I know. They can't see that he doesn't have a Lifestealer inside him. He was not pregnant at the time. Well, VGJ with a very interesting team fight. That'll definitely be one for Immortals to kind of look back on and go, huh, like what could we have done there? That was crazy. Still no use of this Witch Doctor ulti. I'm hoping we see it soon. Value TPs. Nice. Walking's overrated anyway, Dubu. Don't worry about it, mate. We do have a smoke up. Immortals looking to get maybe a pick off onto Snaking here. Febby giving the sight. And no TP, no blink available if he was even going to use it. And there comes that ultimate from the Witch Doctor, and he does get taken out. The AL going to smash through, do quite a lot of damage. Does A have a... No, he's not going for the Aghanims. I don't think he'd ever get that. Well, down the middle lane we go. Now, as we have a short lull in the action, I will just say don't go anywhere after the game, as we're going to have, regardless of the outcome, we're going to have an interview with VGJ.Storm. If you want to ask any questions, jump on my Twitter, tweet them at me, and I'll look at those in between now at the end of the match, the interview, and ask any good questions I see from Twitter. So if you want to ask the guys of VGJ anything, go ahead. But right now, we have MP looking down the barracks, forcing the buybacks out as the DK jumps in again, just going at it, but there is the Lotus Orb coming through. Can they take out MP in time? No, he gets the Sunder off onto the Death Prophet, and now turning it around. This is looking really, really grim, although the Esper does a lot of work. It is not quite a lot. There is no buyback available on this Death Prophet. MP going crazy, gets the Ultra Kill. Lifestealer, he's the last hurrah, and if he can maybe get a kill on MP, he could do something. He hopes, he begs, but this is looking like VGJ's final hurrah, and yeah, the GG is called. Man. And I mean, they must be thinking, why didn't we just do that in the last fight? But wow, that is the power of the Terrorblade. I mean, if you don't take care of him early on, then that's just what's going to happen. I think that was Immortals playing around that Batrider ultimate so very well to get themselves a pick off, keep themselves in the game. And man, VGJ.Storm just fell apart in the end. They couldn't hold on long enough. I think maybe, just maybe, it might have been a bit greedy. I don't know. We'll ask them very shortly what's going on. Whether they felt that there was something in their draft they could have changed, what they want to look at next time for this game. Definitely one which they're going to look over again, and try and figure out ways they could have taken that game, because it was a close one. That was the closest one of the three, and the net worth graph, my god, look at it. Very, very close, and you know, win probability says it all. Apparently, from starting the game, they had a higher win probability, so I think we'll just ignore it. I don't think Dota knows what it's talking about. But we'll look at the player net worth. One thing I do want to see is the difference between these three. So All in Snaking, who got really picked off pretty hard towards the end. The Death Prophet and the Lifestealer really did share everything out between them. These guys were kind of leading together, and then we look at the Viper and the Terrorblade, and things are just completely like, I mean, they stayed together for a bit, but then the Terrorblade obviously shooting off at the end. But man, what a game. The Terrorblade ending on 31k net worth. It's got to feel pretty bad for VGJ, but hey ho, there's more opportunities in the future. Still a young team as well. Immortals, a little bit more experience under their belt. I don't think VGJ.Storm should be sad about how they performed today at all. They looked so convincing in game number 1. I'm sure they'll be looking to repeat that scene. Don't go anywhere. We got an interview coming up shortly, so stick around, and we'll be talking to the guys over at VGJ in about maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes. See, we'll set that up. So yeah, I'm just gonna put on a quick break screen, and but congratulations to Immortals. They make it through to the next round.